Hi there, Virgo. So this is a love and relationship reading for the month of April for anyone with sun, moon, or rising sign in Virgo. So I'm going to use a stop, start, and continue spread. So what does Virgo need to stop doing in their love relationships? What does Virgo need to start doing in their love relationships? And what does Virgo need to continue doing in their love relationships? So the card that I pulled for stop is the Queen of Swords. When I think of this card, when I was learning about tarot, we referred to her as Margaret Thatcher. So she's a strong woman, but she is very, very decisive in her words, and she's a very strong communicator, we'll say. So maybe in your relationships, you might be a little bit too much in your head. You might be speaking your mind a lot, but not really necessarily going in your heart. It's kind of saying stop dictating and telling maybe your partner what to do or how to be, and instead maybe go into your heart and be a little more loving. It seems like there's a lot of thoughts going on in your head. This woman, she's super strong, but maybe you need to kind of show the softer side of you in your relationship. It seems like with the Aries, it being Aries season, that there's a lot of fire energy, and which is like go, 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 and get your creative juices flowing and passion. And this queen is very decisive and very firm in her convictions, which is great. But in your relationship, sometimes this woman may come across a little bit cold and not necessarily loving. So I would say maybe get out of your head a little bit and get a little bit more into your heart over her. If you are not in a relationship, you also may be just thinking too much about things that don't actually really mean anything when you get into a relationship. You know, I feel as though relationships, you're looking for like a connection, someone that kind of stimulates you emotionally. And sometimes if it's just like a battle of minds, then maybe it's just a friendship. Maybe it's just a coworker or a relationship that's very kind of sterile. But instead you might want to be a little bit more kind, a little more softer, a little bit more loving, and that might bring in a different energy for the type of relationships you might be attracting or want to attract. The next card that I pulled is the Sun. Now, this is one of the most optimistic, awesome cards in the deck. The Sun is part of the major arcana, so any cards here usually reflect life's major events and changes. So I would suggest that this is kind of an important lesson for you to start doing for the rest of the month of April. So the Sun is like invigorating. It's like, you know, when the sun is shining, everything is possible. You could say things like make hay while the sun shines. And it's kind of like seize your opportunity now. So when I look at it in terms of your love relationships, I feel as though you may have some opportunities or some, if you're not in a relationship, like a person that you might not have maybe approached or started having a communication with, it's kind of like you have not maybe taken the opportunity to approach them or let them know that you're interested. So it's kind of saying to take a chance and kind of step out of your comfort zone. And there's a naked baby in this picture. And what are babies? They are so open to the world. They are so excited. They're wide-eyed. They're naive. And it's kind of like you're kind of have to approach love like you've never been hurt before. And everybody knows that saying, but it's actually really true that to release any old baggage that you've had from any previous relationships or any relationships that you've seen in your life and kind of take a leap of faith and step into the unknown. So whether you are in a relationship where maybe it's time to look at your partner in a new way, your relationship in a new way, kind of look at all the things to be grateful about your relationship, and watch it grow when you shine like positive energy on your relationship. So you kind of have to start maybe being a little more optimistic about love, optimistic about your relationship or the relationship that you were hoping to be in, and allow yourself to really, really take a leap in a direction that you've never gone before. It's kind of like the universe is shining the sun down on you. It's saying like right now is your moment to to get whatever relationship that you want, to attract whatever, relationship that you desire, or change the relationship that you're already in into one that you really, really like resonate with and you really, really love, and you're able to shine and your partner is able to shine. It's a really, really positive card for you to start doing. So maybe get out of your comfort zone, kind of release all your potential limiting blocks or beliefs about your past, and take a step into the future and having a new optimistic view on what your relationship that you're currently in, or potentially the relationship that you would like to have. And another major arcana, which is the Judgment card. So this is also an important lesson, I'd say, for you to continue doing. The Judgment card upright, I kind of look at it as maybe harshly judging yourself, or you've come so far and it's kind of like you're at the crossroad of like, look at all my accomplishments. This is what I've done up until now, and kind of taking a look back at all that you've done. In the reverse position, that means you're kind of blocking that energy. So reverse cards for me usually, they're usually about blocks, internal or external. And so maybe you're blocking a certain energy about judgment. I'm feeling that because it's in the continue position, that maybe you've actually stopped judging yourself too harshly and judging your relationship too harshly. It's kind of like you've been able to see yourself and see your partner in a new light, and you're not actually, holding any resentments, and that's a really, really good thing. It's kind of like, this card is suggesting that you leave any of your past baggage, and this is kind of saying that you have started to do this. Every relationship is a work in progress, and it's like you've not allowed a lot of the past, your past history to fully color your current situation or your new relationship that you might be going into. So this is a good thing, is that like, it's really important for you to continue just allowing the past to be the past, learn from your mistakes and move forward, but not allow it to be the deciding factor on how you move forward in your current relationship or whatever relationship you are hoping to have in the future. So that's your reading, and I hope to see you again next month. Take care.